Hey YouTube, this is Carrie Leslie here. The controversy over Dhar Mann last week left me speechless. I came across a video posted by fellow YouTuber Dr. Grande last night. Dr. Grande is a psychiatrist, unlike many YouTubers. Because of his education and choice of words, I decided to react to his analysis.
Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I offer an analysis of the controversy involving Dhar Mann? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I will put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. First, I'll look at the background of Dhar Mann, move to the timeline of the incident, then offer my analysis. Dhar Mann was born on May 29, 1984, and grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. His parents owned businesses in Oakland, California. One involved real estate and another taxi cabs. They were quite wealthy. Starting at the age of 19, Dhar Mann had various companies, including a real estate company. Many of his companies failed. Dhar Mann started a company in January of 2010 called We Grow. This business sold hydroponics equipment for growing cannabis. The company closed in 2011. Dhar Mann was accused of running a scheme by his business partner. Lawsuits were filed between them, but the case eventually settled. In 2008 and 2009, Dhar Mann defrauded a beautification program for the city of Oakland.
Bad.
His real estate company had some type of contract with the city. The company was called Man Edge Properties. It was an attempt to be clever because it sounds like the word manage.
Not funny.
To be fair, some management was involved. Dhar Mann managed to take grant money from the city of Oakland to pay his contractors and managed to put that money in his pocket. In 2012, Dhar Mann was charged with 13 felony counts of fraud for that activity that occurred in 2008 and 2009. The next year, the state reduced the number of charges to 5 felonies. Dhar Mann pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 5 years of probation. He was ordered to repay over $43,000 to the city. Several years later, Dhar Mann claimed that his convictions were expunged. This is certainly possible considering the expungement laws in California. In 2018, Dhar Mann started his own production company called Dhar Mann Studios, which produced videos that he uploaded on his YouTube channel.
It's important to note that Dhar Mann is a millionaire. A millionaire. The lifestyle he lives is something most people on YouTube or anyone else could only dream about.
His early videos had a motivational theme to them, but over time the content strategy shifted. Dhar Mann started producing poorly written morality plays.
How much is your check for?
$1 million.
Wow, that's a lot of money for a little guy like you. Here's your receipt and account balance. And here's your debit card.
Congratulations, Mr. Smith. You're officially a millionaire.
I'm rich! He's 10!
Oh, he's good.
And increased the production value. The videos appeared to be more expensive to make than many other videos featured on social media. For example, they used professional-looking sets and featured actors who were compensated financially. The characters in the videos would face various challenges related to misbehavior and learn from their experiences. The high production value was not enough to compensate for the many negative qualities of the videos. For example, the plots were obvious, predictable, and simplistic.
I honestly don't know why. The acting is just so bad. It's really hard for me to watch. I've only ever watched like 1 or 2 videos from this dude. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Eddie K is going to watch Dhar Mann. I got myself all proper because these videos are about good morals. So I figured I'd look the part, you know? If you somehow don't know who this guy is and what he does, he basically makes these like motivational kind of videos that are like life lessons, and they are meant to, like a grasshopper could understand them. They are so dumbed down and overacted. It's always two people, and one person is like a super honest and nice person, and the other one is just like a total bully, and it's so obvious the difference between good and evil. Literally, you can be 3 years old and understand what's going on.
The dialogue was highly detached from the human experience. It was unrealistic, forced, and unnatural. And the narratives were not compelling. The stories were agonizingly boring. The characters who committed offenses always lost, and the victims would experience revenge or vindication in every video. For some reason, which defies rational explanation, Dhar Mann's videos became wildly popular. He managed to attract a very young audience at an impressive rate. At the time making this video, Dhar Mann's channel has almost 18 million subscribers and has been viewed over 10 billion times.
Billions.
That's billion with a B, as in beyond belief. In 2022, Dhar Mann's channel averaged somewhere around 300 million views a month. So in 1 month, his channel was viewed more times than many large channels would be viewed in 5 years. Just to offer some context on how successful Dhar Mann has been, let's compare his performance to a few other well-known YouTube channels. The H3 podcast with Ethan Klein, a channel which showcases the dangers of combining no filter with no talent,
I don't watch him.
is viewed about 20 million times a month. This is about 6.5% of Dhar Mann's views. David Dobrik, a channel which inadvertently showcases how an influencer can destroy their career by repeatedly making avoidable errors in judgment, is viewed about 7 million times a
Don't
month,
watch him.
just over 2% of the views of
watch
Dhar
him.
Mann, despite David Dobrik having more subscribers. And Jake Paul, a channel about an influencer who decided to become a boxer because he was not damaging his brain fast enough, receives about 10 million views a month,
I don't watch him
despite
either.
having over 2 million more subscribers. As I mentioned, the plots involved in Dhar Mann's videos always involve some type of perceived bad act and the wrongdoer being exposed and punished. Here are a few of his recent video titles which capture the essence of this nonsensical plot device. Evil nanny kidnaps kid for ransom, waiter won't serve poor-looking man, and evil nun kicks out bad teen. Dhar Mann also likes titles that contain the words shocking and regret, which coincidentally are two emotions that his audience will experience when watching his videos. A few examples of video titles with these words: busy mom puts boss over kids, she lives to regret it. Babysitter loses kid at the park, what happens next is shocking.
I hated that.
And mean girls shame retail worker, they live to regret it. I find it interesting that so many video titles include the word shocking, because outside of Dhar Mann's shockingly low level of insight, there's nothing even remotely surprising about any of his videos.
True.
They are 100% spoiler-proof. Everyone knows how they're going to end. Now moving to the timeline of the incident. In early 2023, several actors who worked for Dhar Mann Studios started protesting about the way they were being treated. The actors went on strike and set up a picket line in front of the production company.
Dhar Mann actors were protesting today outside Dhar Mann studios. Video clips spread on social media platforms to express their opinion, and no media outlets have yet taken up their case. Dhar Mann has been treating some of the actors very unfairly.
Important day. OG showed up to support.
Hey guys, it's Brianni and we're peacefully protesting, and guess what? Dhar Mann called the police. But even the police are on our side.
Dhar Mann Studios has called the police on our peaceful protest because they thought the police would get us out of here. We are not breaking the law. We are within our rights. They are wrong and they know it. They're afraid of us, so they tried to get us out of here, but the police are on our side.
Area to be in the street, so make sure nobody's in the street because
They have made several complaints about Dhar Mann. For example, they are saying that he has treated them unfairly, they get low pay, the company is not listening to their complaints, and the company has fired actors who have complained in the past. The actors claim that they attempted to arrange a meeting with Dhar Mann. The meeting kept getting postponed, but when it finally happened, Dhar Mann was not there. They were told later that he would never meet them. They were welcome to forward any complaints to Human Resources. The actors said that they are contractors, which of course means that interacting with HR seems a little bit strange. HR departments typically center around employee relations, although technically the production company can order HR to fulfill any role. Dhar Mann released a statement in response to the controversy. Here is a summary. Dhar Mann's company arranged an in-person meeting with actor representatives, but they refused to communicate concerns and walked out of the meeting. He defended the pay structure at his company, saying that extras get $18 an hour and actors with speaking roles are paid between $33 and $44 an hour. His company offers project-based opportunities, and the jobs can last from a few hours to a few days. They do not offer full-time positions. They want to create opportunities for a wide range of people. The actors are told how much they are going to make in an offer letter. They can take it or leave it. Dhar Mann admitted that they have stopped working with certain actors, but claimed it was due to complaints. Now moving to my analysis. Here are my thoughts on a few areas that stood out to me in this case. Item number 1. As I mentioned, Dhar Mann has obtained incredible popularity for reasons that seem mysterious. Why has he been so successful? The videos that Dhar Mann produces are designed to appeal to a very young audience, individuals who have not developed critical thinking skills and are attracted to emotionally driven and simplistic content. The stories do not contain much variation as far as the plot is concerned. The characters and the settings may change, but every video is pretty much the same as far as the theme. It goes something like this. An individual does something socially unacceptable, like passing judgment, making assumptions, or being insensitive. The victim of this offense suffers as a result. In a twist of fate, the perpetrator suffers immediate consequences and the victim is fully vindicated. Justice has been served. This repetitive and mind-numbing format may be repulsive to many adults, but it has a special appeal to younger audience members. Sort of like the show about Barney the dinosaur. Younger people like to see the same thing over and over, and they like shallow representations of morality. Every situation can be solved quickly and efficiently. The good guys are clearly good, and the bad guys are clearly bad.
Sometimes the bad guys win. Casey Anthony definitely proved that.
There's never a mystery, and there are no gray areas. The victim always gets satisfaction. This is a childlike representation of revenge. In addition to the strong appeal to young people, Dhar Mann's videos have attracted another group of people who appreciate them for an entirely different reason, which brings me to item number 2. Sometimes video productions are so terrible that they are actually funny. Whenever this happens, a group of people will come together to make fun of the content. This is what happened with Dhar Mann. His sizable popularity has created an equally sizable group of influencers who are dedicated to pointing out the shortcomings of his videos. Essentially, they produce critiques of his videos where they highlight how predictable and ridiculous the content is. This viewing behavior has the unintentional consequence of expanding Dhar Mann's popularity. He's literally becoming popular for creating videos with creepy, disjointed, and revolting dialogue.
I admit when I started watching Dhar Mann, I was immediately taken by his content. Previously, I referred to it as teachings. But YouTubers pointed out many flaws, and I followed suit in the reaction community.
In this sense, Dhar Mann could be considered a genius. He has managed to build an audience on both sides of his content. The side that is essentially mesmerized by its tedious and repetitive nature, and the side that wants to laugh at those same characteristics. Item number 3, what's going on with the controversy surrounding the actors who worked for Dhar Mann Studios? This is just a theory, my opinion. Dhar Mann has been able to get away with paying his actors on a contract basis due to the law of supply and demand. His pay of $33 to $44 an hour is actually about right for the types of videos his company is making. If the actors quit, Dhar Mann can replace them in a second. A few of the actors do a good job in his videos, but many of them struggle as far as talent. His company tends to attract actors with minimal talent and those desperate to be in the entertainment industry. There are a few good actors who work for Dhar Mann Studios, but even these actors run into difficulties when filming the videos. I think part of the problem is that the dialogue is so terribly written, it's hard for the actors to connect with something that nonsensical and detached from what humans would actually do in similar situations. Dhar Mann's content drags everyone down. It can make a good actor look bad. I don't think that Dhar Mann has much to worry about as far as finding new actors, but a larger problem would be his image, which brings me to item number 4. Dhar Mann has spent years promoting a basic and definitive view of solving ethical situations. Under the theory promoted in his videos, injustices can be directly confronted, and the solution will be rapid, complete, and satisfying. This is simply not how real life works. Now, with this actor controversy, Dhar Mann's ludicrous conceptualization has turned on him. He is now the villain in this story, at least according to a few of his actors. I find this particularly interesting because, in a way, the actors are proving that Dhar Mann's understanding of the world is deeply flawed. If he has done something wrong, he will not be held accountable, he will not be exposed, and he will not experience justice. Dhar Mann will get away with it, and thereby prove that his central message is nonsensical. His theory about justice cannot be applied to the real world. It is inaccurate and misleading. If this whole situation was made into a video, Dhar Mann probably would have worded it something like, "Evil video producer is unfair to actors. He instantly regrets it." In reality, a better title would be, "Video producer with no empathy is unfair to actors," and nothing happens after this. Item number 5. It was just a matter of time before somebody as sanctimonious as Dhar Mann ran into a major public image problem.
Dr. Grande's use of the word sanctimonious over Dhar Mann reminded me of the Duggars. There was a show on TLC featuring the parents and their 19 children. They were extremely religious and had a lot of rules that made me uncomfortable. These rules included homeschooling, no birth control, no dancing, no pants for women, and no kissing unless you're married. When the Duggars already became famous by 2015, a dark secret emerged that their oldest son, Josh, was molesting his sisters and a babysitter.
Therefore, his situation is not surprising. What is unexpected, however, is his reaction. Dhar Mann could have simply met with his actors and probably avoided this entire incident, but he did not have the required common sense and empathy to do that. This is one of the problems with not having any insight. Dhar Mann is not able to see himself as others see him. This lack of insight may help him to create the immature content that led to his success, but it will not help him to maintain a good public image. Dhar Mann has risked his financial future and what's left of his reputation to avoid speaking to a few actors. The meeting probably would have taken no more than a few hours. Dhar Mann has disproven his own understanding of the world. In a sense, he has left the world with a video title that encompasses his contribution to society. Overrated video producer convinces large audience to adopt an unrealistic view of morality. They eventually regret it. Those are my thoughts on the controversy surrounding Dhar Mann.
I want to credit Dr. Grande for his video. I couldn't have said it better myself. Anyway, this is Carrie Leslie signing off. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.